Welcome back. Now, many people have misconceptions about self-discovery. Some think it's just about finding one's passion or career. Others believe it's a quick process. But in reality, it's a deeper journey that takes time and reflection. Now, today we are joined in studio by motivational speaker Adelheid Simon to share more insight on this topic. Good morning, ma'am, and welcome to GMN.
Good morning, Sam. Thank you for having me.
It's indeed our pleasure to have you. Now, let's talk about what self-discovery means. What does it mean to discover one's self, and why is it important for individuals? I think, again, it's also important because our last conversation was about emotional intelligence.
Well, self-discovery is finding oneself, exploring in oneself, and growth that helps you find purpose in life.
When you say finding oneself, what does that mean? How do I find myself? Okay, I'm already here. I know I'm Adelheid. I mean, how do I find myself again?
Well, there is alternatives you have to follow when you're finding yourself, but most importantly is digging into your roots to find out who you really are and exploring in that.
Okay, so I can be here, but I am not who I probably think I am.
Yes.
Nice. Confusing such on a Monday morning. Okay, let's talk about why is it important for one to find this identity of who they are?
Well, it's quite very important because it gives you purpose. You get purpose in life, and when you have purpose, you know what you want to do, which is quite important because it gives you motivation and also direction in life.
Clear-eyed and focused.
Yes.
Okay. How can people find out who they truly are? How do you find that out? Do you just say, I think I'm Superman, I think I have it within me, I can go fly off that building? Oh, is there some kind of process? I know in the introduction we're talking about that it's a journey. How do I find out who I am?
Reflecting back to your past, for you to be able to know where you're coming from. Like you should know where you're coming from for you to be able to know where you're going.
Okay.
And one of the most important is gathering your strength. Like you should know your strength for you to know your capabilities.
Okay. One would probably be thinking, you know, we are influenced by traditions and cultural practices, how we grow up, how our parents are bringing us up, how, you know, does cultural background probably influence someone's identity, or when they are trying to find themselves? Does it play a role in finding out or defining who I am? Understanding
your identity comes from birth. So yes, culture and background does influence our identity. The thing is, it's you who have to choose if it's in a positive way or a negative way, but you have to know where you come from for you to be able to understand where you're going. So yes, culture and it does influence our identity.
Okay. What happens in this scenario? We're living in a hybrid world now. You know, people are having let me talk about having, you know, not necessarily marriages in between one community. You know, there's diversifying. You know, we are becoming sort of a diversified nation that, you know, people maybe have not thought about it in the past, that someone that is coming from Zambezi region might not get married to someone that is coming maybe from a Maheke region. But now you have someone that is coming from Zambezi, goes as further as getting to someone married in maybe in Hobabes, for instance. You know, what happens when my cultural identity sort of is blended? Can I still be able to find my identity?
Yes, you can. Actually, culture does play a role, but sometimes you have to also look at how it plays a role in your life. It can tell you to do something that is actually wrong, and you don't want to do it. So you choose to do what you want to do. So yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of personal growth, some will be saying, okay, fine, I want to understand where my identity comes from, where my ancestors are coming from, you know, and I want to also grow. Is there a relation in knowing who you are and growing? Can one not grow without necessarily possibly knowing where they are coming from?
No, you can't grow without knowing where you are coming from, because, I mean, you have to know what you did in the past or how it was for you to identify or to step in to see how you're going to be in the future.
Okay. What if I possibly have made numerous number of mistakes in the past, not something that I'm proud of, although I want to grow? You know, you're saying I should understand the past. Does it mean that I have to go back and constantly keep living those errors and mistakes that I have made, but I want to move forward now and I want to forget about the past that I've done. But you're saying I must be mindful of the past that I was involved in for me to be able to grow. How do I balance the two?
Well, I'm not necessarily telling you to dwell from the past experiences. We grow from what we have experienced. So yes, you are not supposed to dwell from your past experiences. You are supposed to work forward by learning from what you did. So if you made a mistake, you can actually change it by moving forward and doing something that is more...
A better version of yourself. Yes. Let's talk about what are those most common challenges people face when they are trying to discover themselves.
Like a lack of motivation. People are not motivated. A fear of failure. Everyone is always scared to fail. They don't try anymore. And one of them is setting unrealistic goals. Like you have to set realistic goals for you to be able to achieve them.
Okay. What is unrealistic? Is it saying, okay, I'm 150,000, I'm 150, let me say I'm 150 kg. And I'm saying now we are in October the 14th. I want to have a six-pack by December the 15th. Is that realistic or unrealistic?
Well, that you can work on. Like, unrealistic is like, for example, you are setting a goal today that, no, tomorrow I want to buy a car, but you yourself know your bank account is not quite well, and you are also not working for you to be able to run to that.
So if the bank account is not giving me those vibes, I can't afford the car.
I'm sure there's no way you can get money if you're not working and you're not also trying something for you to get money. You are literally not doing anything. You're just sitting back and relaxing, but you're saying, yes, I'm buying a car tomorrow.
So there has to be not only a motivation, but there have to be a means to attain that specific goal that you are looking for.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay. So let's talk about how individuals can overcome the various obstacles in their journey to self-discovery. How can you overcome those?
Well, one of the most things, believe in yourself, because nobody does it better than you do. Have confidence, because confidence is priceless. And most importantly, don't listen to people. Don't listen to what people have to say about you, because people always have a different perspective towards you. You should always believe in yourself.
What if I have self-low esteem and, I haven't yet commanded, perhaps like other colleague was saying that, I'm not yet self-aware of what is in my surroundings. I've not become regulatory in terms of my behavior. I'm always prone to be influenced by what other people think of me, and I react to those. And possibly I'm not empathetic to the extent that I'm not able to say, hey, it's okay, I've made mistakes, it's time to move on, I'll recover from that. If I haven't yet mastered the issue of emotional intelligence, I presume I won't be able to discover myself. So if I'm having low self-esteem, how do I overcome that in order to make it easier on the journey of self-discovery?
You can actually work on that by practicing affirmations to keep yourself motivated. Like when you wake up in the morning and you just tell yourself, I'm enough, I'm worth it, I can do better. It keeps you motivated, and most definitely you'll find self-confidence in that.
Okay. Now let's talk about, in terms of our final thoughts as we conclude our conversation this morning, what should people consider about identity and self-discovery? Are they the same thing, or are they two different things? Do they complement each other, or what?
Identity is you yourself. And self-discovery is finding who you are. So yes, they do complement each other. They work hand in hand. You have to know your identity for you to be able to find yourself.
So, so identity is who you are, and then self-discovery is trying to discover who you are.
Yes.
Eish, complex, huh? How do you guys deal with all these different concepts?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is there anything else that we might have left out this morning before we let you go?
Well, to everyone out there who's listening, especially my age mates, always believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, work on yourself. Be constant enough to stand up and say, today, I am going to be positive. I'm going to work on something that is actually going to benefit my future. You should always never listen to what people say. Always do you. Just do you. Be happy. For as long as you can believe in yourself to that extent, then you will move mountains. You'll be great.
Pursuit of happiness on one's own terms.
Yes.
Thank you.